Here we go. Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again. Welcome to another live commentary and happy Flag Day. Yeah, today is Flag Day, so I'm representing the U.S. today. Yesterday was PR Day. Now today is Flag Day. I'm doing the original Jurassic Park, an American classic from 1993 when I was 8 years old. I love this movie. I can't wait to talk about it. You know, it's one of the best movies that Spielberg has ever done. It hasn't been topped yet. Like none of the sequels or World or anything has topped this. So let's get started with the original Jurassic Park. It's a long movie, so let's get started. There are some parts that I'm not a big fan of, but that's just me. But that listen to that awesome T-Rex in the background. I know I said I was going to start at 12:30, but it's a long movie, so I want to get so the sooner I started, the better. Eat some crackers. Yeah, this movie came out when I was a little kid. My sister was way too young to see it because it came out after she was born. So it's one of the longest movies in the franchise. I still think that World is just awful. I don't know what people saw in that movie. It was boring. It's this movie without the heart and without the good actors, without Spielberg's direction, without the good writing. It's really, really hard to watch. This movie is still scary. The effects still hold up. The acting is fantastic. I can't wait to see these three people back in Jurassic World Dominion because they're the only things that are going to hold that movie together after over 25 years of waiting for them to come back, all three of them. Because in the last movie, we got a worthless cameo by Jeff Goldblum, and it could have been better. He should have been in a lot more. He should have been in it like for at least 10 or 15 minutes more. Come on. And they have to do something different now. Hey, Jalen, we just started Jurassic Park. This guy, rest in peace, the actor that plays Robert Muldoon, the hunter in the park. The actor passed. This is the first time we hear the raptor. We don't see it. We only see its eye. I've been playing the Jurassic World video game on the Switch, and it's amazing because it respects the original film. And the two sequels, which I enjoy, Lost World and Jurassic Park 3, I think they're underrated. Because compared to the garbage fire we got with the Jurassic World movies, this is in Costa Rica, which is like, I don't understand why these dinosaurs are on a Spanish island, but hey, we can't all win, right? This movie is just, I saw this in the theater when they re-released it in 2013 in 3D. I finally got to see it on the big screen, and it still holds up, man. World just couldn't recapture this world. There's a lot of tension in the scene. You don't even see anything happen. Just the guy gets dragged out. Why do people want dinosaurs still alive in this world? I have no idea, but John Hammond had an idea. And can we please do the third movie, Dominion, without mentioning John Hammond? Shoot her! I thought he said shoot her. It's shoot her, but you know he's South African. So. Yeah, now we're in another Spanish, country. I just think the scene is kind of pointless. Like I know they're introducing the asshole guy that wants to buy the park or whatever. That's Dominican Republic. Mm. This actor, I've seen him in other stuff too. He was the hotel manager in Plane, trains, and automobiles. He's at the very end of the movie in the third act. That's Dr. There's a reason that the Star Trek critic cut this scene and just went right to the scene with Alan and and Ellie and Ellie. They're digging in the dig site with the bones. That's a mine. Yeah. So my music, you can't. You don't. Please excuse me. I heard enough. I didn't see it in the Heights. It flopped. I told you. You saw the amber. Yes, the amber. They show it in the the poster for Dominion has the amber and the mosquito from the first movie. Mm. No, it's not. It's a mosquito. Mosquitoes are not beautiful. They're ugly. They're horrible. They suck your blood. It's a dig site. And yeah, I like the fact that this movie I can see what's going on. That's more than I could say for World was like really gloomy and just half of it I could barely see at night. And those kids were annoying in World. I couldn't stand the two boys. Yeah, I'll take Lex and Tim any day over those two boys. The chat's kind of dead, I guess, because I'm doing this at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's fine though. It's Montana. Drink water. There's Sam Neill and Laura Dern. I'm gonna say it right now. Laura Dern is the most beautiful actress in any of these movies. Yes, includes Julianne Moore and T. Leone and Bryce Dallas Howard in the other two films. She's just gorgeous, man. Has the most beautiful nose I've ever seen on a woman that age, and she won an Oscar, which I'm very happy about. How dare Nostalgia Critic make fun of her going, she mumbles her lines. I'm like, she talks in a way that's not like you, dude. I think Ryan Johnson wasted her in The Last Jedi. They had to give her purple hair, like they didn't have to hammer in the freaking message that she's an SJW character. It's a good actress. Why would you waste her? She could have been Ray's mother or something. I don't know, but no, they have to make her some Haldo, which I want. It's not a touchscreen. This is a CR Panasonic TV from the 90s. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the dinosaur, Birds of Prey. No, not that movie that came out last year. This kid was in Full House. He was the duck face. He had those lips like this. And I think it was in season 3. He scares the hell out of this kid. He was also, I think, in Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Nope, Velociraptors are scary. They made Blue into an anti-hero. Why? Why am I supposed to care about Blue? She's supposed to be scary, not fun. It's a blue raptor. Wow, I got a boner now. In these movies, they're brown. In this movie, they're not. They're scary. They're not friendly dogs. You know what I mean? There's the hook. Yeah, that claw is scary. Yeah. I couldn't see this in the theater. I was 8. I couldn't go to the theater by myself at that time. Yeah, and this is an arc. He hates kids, but then at the end of the movie, he becomes like a surrogate father to Lex and Tim. Hmm. I know he's from New Zealand, but hey, I grew up watching him in these movies. Well, this one in part 3, so we'll get to that live. Yeah, it's just Laura Dern. They're like, why do you have a fetish for women with big noses? Because they're sexy. Look at Idina Menzel. Look at Caitlin Deaver. Look at Laura Dern. Or, or, or even Barbara Streisand is a beautiful woman for her age. But she has the nose makes her distinct. You know. John Hammond. Yeah, I miss Richard Attenborough. So the franchise hasn't been the same since he passed away. Think about it. He passed away right before Jurassic World came out, and they keep mentioning his name. I'm like, you don't need to mention him in the next movie. We already know that who John Hammond was. And look, her hair's a mess. And Ellie Sattler is a scientist. She's not a Mary Sue SJW character. And her hair's a mess, and I love that. I love that she can be dirty and still be an attractive woman. Hmm. These are people that can act. These are likable characters, no matter what their race is. Yeah, this movie could have had more diversity, but you got the new movies for that if you want that. Count your victory. In this film, you buy when they're scared. You buy when the kids are running for their lives. You buy Sam Neill, being like, "Oh my God, I could die," at any moment. They're not like superheroes, like the Fast and the Furious people now. Hmm. That's what we thought when we saw World, but yeah, he was Scottish, Richard Attenborough. I saw him in Doctor Dolittle when I was a kid too. The original, not the remake, or that stupid Dolittle movie from last year. The Pac. Yeah, the fact that this movie gets all the respect it deserves. I have a poster in my room, a mini poster that my sister had. Yeah, we want to see these actors come back. We don't want to see them die. What are you going to do? Bring these 3 back and then kill them off at the end? I don't want to see that. You do that, I'll never forgive you, Universal. Never. You know how much I love the first movie. I know things have to move forward, but that doesn't mean kill off what we loved from the past. The new Star Wars already did enough of that, in case you didn't notice. I bet this was going to be Sean Connery, but he probably turned it down. Yeah. Mm. What a gorgeous actress. I really want to meet her at a Comic Con. Tell her how beautiful she is. Well, now they're in. We meet Wayne Knight, who is the reason why the park goes to crap. There's a lot of jungle in the movie, but it's not like green bananas. You have lemons and pineapples, a lot of tropical fruits in Costa Rica. There's Wayne Knight. I don't know what he's eating. I have no idea. He's cutting something up. I never get to see it. It's a nice looking place, but like I said, I wouldn't go there anytime soon. During COVID, the worst place you can go is to like an island, a place where there's a lot of people, tourists. Dobson, we got Dobson. before the Lost World and the third movie, and before Jurassic Park Falling in Ruin started it all. Yeah, but I don't think Lost World and Jurassic Park ruined it. They had flaws, but they didn't kill off characters we liked in the first movie, meaning human characters. I'm not talking about the T-Rex in 3. I'm talking about like going back and, oh, we're gonna kill Ian Malcolm, we're gonna kill Dr. Grant, we're gonna kill Ellie. I don't want to see that. I don't. The Star Wars already did that, and it did it, and there was no reason to do it. Let's kill off Han because Harrison Ford wanted to kill off his character in Return of the Jedi as Barbasol. They still have that. To me, I'd rather sit through any of the sequels, Lost World and Jurassic Park 3, over any of the World movies. Jurassic World had one good thing that came out of this garbage fire of a reboot, and that's that cartoon on Netflix. That cartoon is what I wanted from the movies. Think about that. A cartoon done by DreamWorks and Universal on Netflix is better than the last 2 movies. I can easily say that. They have likable characters. I felt for the characters. When they're in terror, I actually was, on their side. I was waiting for them to get away from the peril. I didn't get that with the kids in Fallen Kingdom or with the other one. There is Jeff Goldblum, yeah. Dinosaurs, yeah. I didn't see the Fly remake until like a couple years ago. hmm Well, he has a personality. Is Dune going to be your number one movie, best film of 2021? If it's either going to be that, Black Widow, or the new Spider-Man. We'll see what happens when they come out. I'm going to see Black Widow first in July. I got my ticket already. We're almost 20 minutes in. We're going to see our first dinosaur. Here's John Williams' kick-ass score. Dun, 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 dun. You're never going to top that music, ever. That is Jurassic Park. Dune is 2021's Endgame. Maybe. We got to see when it comes out. I'm not going to judge it until I've seen the whole film, the first part. Because my friend Josh is like, oh, if this is not good, it's going to ruin Blade Runner 2049. No, it's not. Because that movie's going to still be awesome on its own. This is a completely different franchise. Yahoo! Yeah, I miss you, Richard Attenborough. See, without you, it's like they have these knockoff versions of him. You had the old man from Fallen Kingdom who said it's John Hammond's friend. Yeah, that was a retcon. We never met what's his name? From Babe. Uh I like that Indiana Jones hat. I wanted to see Dominion in the theater if it doesn't screw things up. I just wanted to go crazy. I don't want logic in the movie or science talk and that stupid clone from the last movie. That little girl sucked ass. Ariana Richards in this movie is way better because when she's scared, you feel it. You're not like, oh my God, I don't buy it. This little girl's like, I'm going to let these things go because they're alive like me. No, you're a clone. You're not real. You're not a real person. Lex and Tim were real. The black girl in the second one is real. Eric Kirby is real and he survives. What is the name of your Facebook account? I want to see your epic reaction at the third act of Endgame. I have not posted that yet, and I'm Johnny Man. Look that up. Johnny Man on Facebook. You'll find me. I got to post that sometime before the year is over. 10,000 volts of electricity. Wow. And these Jeeps. You don't have to keep reminding me that the first movie is awesome. I know. I had a lot of Jurassic Park merchandise when I was a kid. I had a T-shirt. I had a collectible cup at McDonald's. I had the toys. I had the viewfinder. I played the video games. Here we go. Excuse me, while I might get emotional here because I love this score so much. This is where they see the brachiosaurus. The look on their faces is just, wow, it's like just shock. Like, oh my god, these things have been extinct for millions of years. You have to admit you spelled admit wrong. The last battle of Jurassic World was awesome. That's one of the only good scenes in the movie when the dinosaurs are attacking either each other or the people. That's about it. The effects don't look good compared to this movie. Yeah, touch her hair. He's petting her. Look, there it is. That CG looks amazing, man. That's a beautiful score, John Williams. I'll never forget it. I remember seeing this scene and I was like, oh my god, they look real. When am I going to do a podcast for Big Hero 6 or Black Panther eventually in the summer? Hopefully, I'll try to do Big Hero 6. I have it digitally so I can watch it. It's amazing, man. Stan Winston, rest in peace, man. I miss your effects. I really do. The franchise is not the same without your effects, man. We have a T-Rex. We have a Hulk. Here comes that legendary line that I love so much, man. I know, I'm getting teary-eyed, man. I'm sorry, guys, but wow, that music is amazing, man. Look at those effects, man. I miss those effects. I really do. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah. What about a podcast for Guardians 2? I did that already. Yeah. It's that score, man. Man, we just started the movie and I'm already in tears. Just that fantastic score, man. I need some tissue. Hold on. Let me pause the movie. Before I start leaking here. Yeah. That scene is just moving. Ah, I'm sorry, guys. I just, I get emotional when the nostalgia hits me hard. I'm okay. Let's continue before I start crying all day. Ugh, man, damn you, Spielberg. You are so freaking good, man. When you're on, you send my heart a glowing, man. I love your movies so much, especially your old stuff. His recent stuff have been up and down, but his old movies just hit me hard, man. Because I love Jaws. I love I love Indiana Jones, all of them. I love Jurassic Park. I love E.T. His movies are just a part of me, man. I'm okay. I didn't even cry in World. I was just bored. Yes, that made me cry too. That's a Superman. That's why I can't do a podcast with it. Because I knew what was going to happen. I've read the comic. I know he's going to die, but it just hit me. DC knows how to hit me hard, man, when it comes to Superman. Both Jurassic Park and Fast have gone downhill. Yeah, I know. I want to feel something. I want to see the cast back and start crying in the theater. That's probably going to happen because the nostalgia, man, it hits you. It hits you hard. Or this Mr. DNA. This is cute. Dinosaurs. Yeah. Even dinosaurs. That's the poster for Dominion. This animated sequence is great. Amber. I've heard also you cried watching the death of Superman. Yeah, I did. Also with Big Hero 6. Would you do a podcast of Death of Superman? Yeah, but I'm gonna cry like a bitch at the end because I know what's gonna happen. Doomsday didn't make me cry because that one was a little bit rushed. Cold. This reminds me of the beginning of Loki when they do that animated sequence with the clock. This is like the Hershey chocolate tour. It reminds me of that. I'm sorry, that scene just hits me every time I see that Brachiosaurus and I hear that music. The scene is not the same without the music. You know, it's visually stunning, but that music just hits me. Animatronics, not autoerotica. That's another movie. It is a ride, and I love that Jurassic Park ride. I went on it when I was 14 in Universal's Islands of Adventure, the water ride. It was amazing. It felt like living the movie. I'm like, that's what I want to do, guys. Live the movie. I want to leave Black Widow with a with some tears running down my face. 2 years I had to wait. Two. That was a long time for me. BD Wong, yeah. He's also in the new cartoon on Netflix. I don't know why they had to make him a villain, but oh, but whatever. This effect still looks amazing, by the way. This little animatronic puppet. It looks real. It looks real. It doesn't look like. It looks real. I don't feel like I'm watching an effect. See the little fingers? And that's one of the deadliest killers in the franchise. It's not friendly. It's amazing. See why Stan Winston's effects will live forever? What MCU movies other than Black Panther, Guardians 2, Infinity War, and Endgame made you emotional? Uh, the first Avengers. When that ending battle came, I was clapping a lot. I was just like, oh, I was beside myself. Unauthorized breeding, that's where they find life finds a way. It's a fantastic effect. Yeah, with the first Avengers, even if Age of Ultron, I felt like when Quicksilver dies and you see Wanda just screaming and you don't hear it, that's amazing. I didn't make me cry, but because we didn't know Quicksilver that much. And by the way, BD Wong is the better Shang in Mulan, the 1998 version, unlike the Mulan that came out last year. No. This movie made $1 billion. Not when it came out, but years later, it got re-released and it made $1 billion because people are just connected to this movie. Yes, it does. It always does. It always does because even certain other people can have the surrogates, and there's also insemination for women that can't have baby, can't find a man. Mm-hmm. They're breeding raptors so that they can kill. Yes, raptors, the most dangerous of the smaller dinosaurs because it's not very big, but it'll run after you like a cheetah. That's why I don't consider them dogs. They're vicious monsters. They are. Yeah, they're feeding him the cow or the bull. Excuse me. That's a bull because if it was a cow, it would have udders. Yeah, they're just curious because of what they do on the island. I get it. I was too when I saw this when I was a kid. It scared the hell out of me. Once a T Rex shows up, I'm like, yeah, that is the one of the best giant creatures in any movie from the '90s. What would you do if you actually saw the Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker in the theater? Would you easily throw stuff at the screen or walk out? Because as soon as Leia starts flying in the air or Luke throws the thing, I'm like, yeah, bye. Because I don't like my franchises being disrespected. World did that, but here's the thing: I always have the original, and Dominion could make everything. It can make all of this be in the past if it does it if it respects the characters from the first movie. Okay, Laura's wearing those gorgeous booty shorts. I mean, yeah, I know I'm a man, guys. So don't judge me in the comment section. A clean shaven woman's legs are beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it. Clean shaven. I mean, you're not gonna give me a female in Star Wars that has sexy legs or anything. Hmm. Hmm. They're hunters. That's why the raptors are hunters. They want to find food on their own. These animals were not very smart, but they were kind of dumb, and they would just go on instincts alone. I don't know what that is, but it's weird. Or there's like, what is that? Why can't you give me a burger? Don't they have that on the island? Yes, they will. Because in Disney World, people went during the pandemic last year. Enjoyed them. These things almost killed them in 5 movies. It wasn't just in the first one, but in all the films. Even in 3, which is not, it's kind of isolated because they don't invite people there. So Alan goes to a different part of the island, and they're looking for a kid. It's not like they're trying to display the park like they did in the first 2 films. If you shove agendas in the audience's face, your movies will bomb. Yeah, that's why Birds of Prey didn't do well. That's why Lego 2 and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom flop. Well, Kingdom didn't flop. It's just they didn't need SJW characters. Hipsters. Yeah, I like this speech. Yeah, Universal. And then packaged it, and you're selling it. Yeah, exactly. You're selling it. Jurassic Park wasn't just a product to make money. It's a great story. It made dinosaurs awesome again. That's why there were so many dinosaur movies in the 90s. You had Carnosaur. You had We're Back. You had a bunch of Land Before Time sequels. There was Tammy and the T Rex. There were a lot of dinosaur movies in the 90s. And even if the new movie of Dominion only makes $500 million, I just want it to be good. I don't care about Owen and Claire. You could kill them off in the first 10 minutes. I don't care about them. I care about these people more. I'm sorry. Bryce Dallas Howard is no Laura Dern. She's a beautiful actress. She can direct like her dad can, but when it comes to her films, they're very hit and miss. Laura Dern only made 1 bad Star Wars movie. Bryce did 2 bad Jurassic World movies, and she was in Spider-Man 3, Terminator Salvation, and what else? The Lady in the Water. Those are not Oscar-worthy films, guys. Just to let you know. And I don't hate Spider-Man 3. I defended it in my podcast, but she could have been one of the things cut out of the movie. As beautiful as she is, Emma Stone is the better Gwen Stacy. She's terrible movies, Amazing Spider-Man, but she was one of the best parts in it. I even like Sam Neill in other movies. I saw him in The Jungle Book from '94. And this actor, he looks like Tom Kenny if he had a tan. What was his name? Ferraro or something like that. Yeah. Here come the kids. Almost 40 minutes into the movie. There they are. Ariana Richards and Joseph Mazzello. She was also good in Tremors, the first one. Mazzello's a good kid. I like him. He was in Star Kid and he was in the second G.I. Joe movie. I don't know why they killed him off. It's a good actor. I like him. I related since I was a little boy in 1993 as well. I loved dinosaurs. I used to. They scared the hell out of me when I saw the animatronics, and when I was a kid, I used to be terrified. I thought they were real. That's why Jurassic World's leading any actor who's gone downhill ever since he's been shoving affiliations. Yeah, don't put. There's a reason they killed him off in Infinity War, and he's in the last 10 minutes of Endgame because you have to shut your mouth. Just do your job and go and move on with your life. Yeah, Ian Malcolm so wants her. Like even probably in the next movie, he's gonna probably put on the charm. Who knows? Cute kid. I know it's not what you think, guys. I'm not into it. I just think children are are beautiful, young beings that are our future. That Jeep looks awesome. The way they painted it, it looks. Yeah, nostalgia hits you hard, guys, when it does it right. Not when you have to. Not Rise of Skywalker, where every single frame is. Let's remind you of the original. Let's remind you of the original. You don't have to do that. I thought that this was Kirsten Dunst because they look alike. Ariana Richards and Kirsten, they were acting around the same time. Because I saw Kirsten Dunst in Jumanji a few years after this, and I'm like, is that the girl from Jurassic Park? I'm like, it looked like her. That's why. What master do you serve? Yeah, like that line is awful. I'm glad that I muted that line when I did the podcast because it's forced. He should have said that, and there should have been dead silence. That line, I don't even think the Russos had. I think that was improvised. It was one of the stupidest lines in any Marvel movie. Any Marvel movie. Here's Samuel Jackson. Yep, the guy that's in every franchise now. Him and The Rock. Yeah, what master you serve? It should have been like what something like that. That line was really forced. This is supposed to be a fantasy. Let me live in that fantasy. Don't try to take me out with your realism. And these are electrical cars. They don't run on gas. You notice that they don't need gasoline in this car? There's the gates. Yeah, World you couldn't do it the same way. Oh yeah, buddy. No, that's another franchise that Warner Brothers owns. Kong. Godzilla versus Kong. That's the biggest hit of the year. Yeah, I wonder why. Because people wanted to see it. Dilophosaurus. Yeah, we don't see it till the nighttime scene. Yeah, it spits venom in its face. I don't know why Chris Pratt did the guy, but he does have to shove an affiliation because some actors just can't keep it in their pants, literally and figuratively. Literally. Yeah, adult film stars exist, but do they get naked in public? Of course not, because they'll get arrested. You have to keep your agendas in your pants. Wait, you mean Kirsten Dunst was a little girl in this movie? No, I said that I thought that Kirsten Dunst was Ariana Richards in Jumanji because they look alike. At that time. If you see a picture of both of them in the same in Jurassic Park and in the first Jumanji, they do look alike at that time. They were both blonde. What do you mean Kirsten Dunst was a little girl in this movie before she was a Mary Jane? No, I said she looked like Ariana Richards from this movie. If Kirsten Dunst was in this movie, it would probably be a cameo. Maybe she auditioned. Wayne Knight. I never saw Seinfeld, but I did. I heard his voice in many cartoons. You don't. Yeah, exactly, John. Thanks for preaching. Because, like I said, Ryan Johnson has to make up the fact that he made one of the worst Star Wars movies. You abuse the fans, you trash them on Twitter and whatever, and then you kill off Luke Skywalker. How did you think people were going to react to that? That's like if you did Dominion, and in the first 20 minutes, Ellie dies, and Alan dies, and then Ian Malcolm dies. I will walk out of the theater. I have no hesitation to do that. I saw The Gentleman last year. I walked out 25 minutes in. Not because an actor died, because I was just bored. So Kirsten Dunst was both in Jumanji and Spider-Man. Yeah, she did Jumanji when she was like a teenage girl, and then Spider-Man was like almost a decade later. She had red hair. A lot of tension in this scene, even though you don't see anything except the goat. Yeah. See, there's a lot of tension, even when there's no dinosaurs on screen. You can feel that atmosphere. I didn't get that with World. Everything is shoved in your face. Oh, we have Indominus, and it's so scary. No, it's not. This line is, it's a little feminist, but it's not like the first one. Dinosaurs eat, man. Yeah, that's what they think. Woman inherits the earth. Yeah, they think that they. It's okay, network. You haven't missed a T-Rex scene. We're about 45 minutes in. There's the goat. What Camp Coral killed off SpongeBob? I haven't seen it. And there's the Patrick Show, which is going to debut. Mm-mm, not yet. That's going to come back in the third act when they're eating the buffet at the visiting center. He wants to hunt. Yeah, he does eat the goat, but at night. Ken Carl was a disgrace to Hillenburg. The creators should have been ashamed of themselves. They should. Also, John, you can call me Bob. Bob. Why is your name Joshua Williamson? That's not. What is that? A code name? I use my real Latin first name on this podcast. The last name is obviously made up because I love Avengers so much. Obviously, just say I like you, Ellie. Just say it. He's like putting a drop of water on her wrist, and I'm like, yeah, again. See, he's touching her hair. I'm like, yeah. How much? How into her is he in this movie? Just tell me, like how much into her? He's wearing a ring too. Are you interested in the MCU? What if cartoon? No. He's like touching her hand. Watch. Yeah, he's touching her. I'm like, yeah. If they did this in the third movie, it'd be like, oh my god, this is so sexual harassment. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a man touching a woman's hand. Again, we are attracted to women. When we're attracted to women, what do you think is going to happen? We want to like feel their beautiful soft skin. Fast and Furious should end. It should have ended with the third movie. I mean, with the seventh movie, with the last one with Paul Walker. And now I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself. So, Bob, Fast and Furious 6 is the best one. Yeah, it could have ended with that one or 7. John, best and worst Robert Rodriguez movie. One of his worst is uh it's either Spy Kids 4 or Shark Boy and Lava Girl, because those are terrible movies. The CG is just horrendous. Even the first one's not that great. The only Spy Kids movie I liked was 2. What cartoon does Suicide Squad like more? Wait, what cartoon does Suicide Squad look like more? The DC animated movies or Looney Tunes? Yeah, that's a good question. This this one is this is when they see the Triceratops. His best is from Dust Till Dawn. Yeah, that was his early days when Robert Rodriguez cared. Yeah, look at this effect. There's a Triceratops. Wow. See, you can actually touch this thing. You can see it. Alita was also good. I haven't seen it. I'm just worried that it's not going to meet my expectations because it looked too much like Avatar. Like Alita has like these big eyes and she's CG. It looked too much like Avatar. Look how cute. I remember this thing when I was a kid. Yeah, I love Sarah in the Land Before Time. We Can Be Heroes. I liked it. It was cute. The kids were good in that movie. Yeah, this is when the tongue. This effect is good. See, there's sometimes you just got to let the visual storytelling play out. You don't have to throw a bunch of CG in my face. Just remember, Spielberg made this movie back in 1993. Well, early 90s, like 91 and 92 when he was doing pre-production. But he did this in the early 90s when there wasn't a lot of CG. He used it only when it was possible. Well, would you hate it if Vin Diesel had superpowers coming out of him? It's already too late, guys. He's already a superhero. The guy can't get hurt. If you've seen the last 3 films, he can't get hurt. Fast 6, Fast 7, and Fast 8. Uh, droppings? Yeah. His worst is Spy Kids 4. Yeah, it's awful. It was not needed. I didn't even like the third one. My first rankings: Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious 7, Too Fast, The Fate, Hobbs and Shaw, Furious 4, the first one, Fast 5, and Fast 6. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I would definitely put 9 on the bottom as well when that comes out. I'm sorry. It's getting bad reviews. It deserves it. Universal should have just made it a cartoon. Yeah, this is one of the big memes on Twitter and Facebook. Yeah, it is. It's basically just a mud. It's just mud. Hmm. Hell yeah, I wash my hands every day. We're living in a pandemic. Yes, We Can Be Heroes was better than Secret Society because here's why. I like the kids in the movie. They didn't have stupid accents and were annoying and they had superpowers that were never explained. And also, it's a much funnier movie, and also I love Mando. Pedro Pascal's in the movie. You didn't have that in Secret Society. That movie had nothing. It's the worst movie I've ever seen on Disney Plus, without a question. F9 has a 5.2 because it's a cartoon, guys. I mean, he spears John Cena through a glass window. Nobody gets cut. Magnets can stop them. They trash an entire city and break the windows, and they never get arrested for it. They also, a car can fly now. Where did the hell did this come from? Unless it's Back to the Future, it makes no sense. Yep, there's the Jurassic Park mugs. Yeah, I remember those when I used to go to the mall. I used to see those mugs everywhere. And this year's going to be the 20th anniversary of Jurassic Park 3. So I'm going to do a podcast for it. Why not? I don't hate it. It's short and sweet, and the Spinosaurus is way better looking than that god awful Indominus Rex or the Indoraptor. Would you hate it if Vin Diesel had Jedi powers? If he's a Jedi in Star Wars, it would make sense, but in these movies, no. Just say I'm gonna mess up the park and I'm gonna let all the animals loose. Going, I heard enough of that, guys. Execute Order 66, yeah? Yeah, they don't see him doing that. In a minute, everything's gonna shut off. And then everything goes to crap. And I'm like, yeah, because there has to be a conflict in the movie. We're almost an hour in and nobody has died yet, besides the black guy in the beginning of the movie. Yeah, there's some drinking in the movie. And his acting doesn't bother me. I know the critic is like, oh, that he does this weird laugh or whatever, that ha ha ha. But he's Jewish. What are you gonna do about a critic? I mean, you're not. Decontamination, yeah. Airlock, yeah. That's what they used when they were finding the COVID vaccine. They locked those doors so that made sure that the vaccine was effective and didn't get contaminated. Will Space Jam 2 be better than Tom and Jerry? Oh God, yes, it will. I laughed in the trailer. The Tom and Jerry, I didn't even smile. Like it was just, it should have been a cartoon. It should not have been a live action cartoon hybrid. These are the DNA fossils for embryos for the other dinosaurs we didn't see in the movie. Here we go. He steals Tyrannosaurus Rex. He steals a Velociraptor. The Stegosaurus. The Matricantosaurus, which I never heard of, but yeah, cold storage so that they're not that they can stay alive. God, I'm sorry I'm taking my hat off. It's just this is a long movie. When I was a kid, I was like, man, Spielberg, you moved 2 hours and 7 minutes. Yeah, Laura Dern is just sure. Yeah, and keep it that way. You can retcon Jurassic Park 3 and just say that they got back together. That her and Alan just be like, oh yeah, we got back together because I love you, Alan. Yeah, just say it. Just say how you feel. Show us how they feel. Don't tell us how they feel. Would you watch Scoob? Yeah, but I'm not going to do a podcast for it. It's on HBO Max, so I can watch it for free. I don't have to worry about buying it or renting it or whatever. I heard it was bad, but I'm going to find out for myself. And it's not 2.5 hours. I mean, the 2002 Scooby Doo movie wasn't good either, but I still got some enjoyment out of it. Mainly with Velma, Linda Cardellini and And Shaggy. I thought Matthew Lillard was a much better Shaggy than Will Forte. Disgusting, yeah. No. Yeah, remember those computers? And this is when you could smoke in a PG-13 movie. Now you can't. Because the other ones are more dangerous. You got you got the Dilophosaurus, which is small, but it's deadly. Well, Space Jam 2 will be better than Scoob. Yeah, because even if this is a world-building movie, we know who the Looney Tunes are. And LeBron James, well, I haven't seen him play ball, but I've heard of him. And also, unlike Scoob, it's not going to reference Netflix. It's not going to reference the Hemsworth. It's going to at least be its own thing. And I just want it to be crazy and funny. That's all. I'm not looking for. It's not going to win awards, guys. But this is You didn't say the magic word. Yeah, I love that. Permission denied, and you didn't say the magic word. Yep. You didn't say the magic word. Yuck. Yeah, they also say that in the game in Lego Jurassic World when you try to hack the computer. Yeah, then remember, this is before social media existed. If they did this in Dominion, they would just text somebody or email them or inbox them on Facebook. They're like, "We're in the park. The dinosaurs are everywhere. Please help." Click. Nowadays, you can get messages around a lot faster. Back in 1993, no, the internet was brand new, so it was not like it was as powerful as it is now. Oh, those are the night vision goggles. This is when we see the water dripping. We finally get the second half of the movie. Definitely better than the first half. Those look awesome. I would love to get one of those. Night vision goggles. Yeah, I was 8 years old. I think Mazzello was like 9. It's a kid, you know? Those are amazing. Look at those. And the look on his face just, yeah, green. It's better than red because if it's red, I hate red lights. I don't like red lights. When they put red lights on the screen, it looks like the Virtual Boy. And you know how bad that was. Okay, Bob. I say Cloud Atlas last night. It was terrible. Yeah, it's too long. It's way too long. This movie's long, but it's not 3 hours long. Listen to that. If the mystery game was voiced by celebrities, then the original voice actor should have made a cameos. Yeah, or get actors that actually sound like the characters. How the hell does Gina Rodriguez sound like Velma? She sounds like a Latina playing Velma. Listen to this. That's the stomping. At least the Godzilla movie from '98 didn't rip this movie off with the stop the vibrations. Cloud Atlas was almost 3 hours. Yeah, it's too freaking long. It's the power trying to go back on. No, it's not. It's not. It's not the power. And this is when you see the blood in the movie. Yeah, because we hadn't seen any blood in the movie yet. About an hour in. Look at her face. Yeah, he didn't eat the. She didn't eat the. Look at the tail. Yep, there it is. The mother freaking T-Rex. Do you like Gina Rodriguez? I'm not a fan. Never seen Jane the Curtain. I heard she's a good Carmen Sandiego, but not a good Velma. Yep, there she is. This movie is a 6.5. A 6.5. I gave it a 1.7 out of 5 star C minus. Yeah, it's awful. Like Cloud Atlas, and they speak a BS language that is not even English. Why are you trying to confuse your audience, Wachowskis? When you gotta go, you gotta go. He's just scared. Now we're finally going to see something happening in the movie. Look at that. How hard did you skip out Atlas for the last couple years, man? Because I heard I'm not a fan of the Wachowskis anymore. They're weird. Ooh! That roar is amazing, man. You hear that? That's the sound of an elephant and a bunch of other animals combined into one sound. It's amazing. That roar just gets me every time. Yeah, just like a human being. Why does she take a flashlight out? I have no idea. But hey, these kids are not exactly the smartest kids in the world. Jupiter Ascending feels like a 20 minutes in comparison. Yeah. Wow. Hey, John, how's it going, man? Hey, Joshua, how was your weekend? It was all right. Jurassic Park is still one of my favorite movies, and it's Spielberg's best film. Yeah, it is, because it still has a lot of tension. This scene in the glass is still amazing. Watch what? Look at the eye. Ooh. Have you heard of Jessica Cruz? Yes, I have. The female Green Lantern. Yeah, that roar is amazing. Like that roar is still one of the scariest things. It's in all the movies, by the way, because it was in Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World. But like I said, we don't care about an Indominus Rex. We care about the real T Rex, not the Indominus. The Indominus sucks. It's an albino T Rex that has superpowers for some reason. Zack Snyder's Justice League is better, more, yeah, but that it's way too long. The Snyder cut. Ooh, this scene. See, that's an elephant. You could tell that sound. 300 is the best Zack Snyder movie. I haven't seen the first 300. I've seen the sequel, but I was not a fan. Yeah, when he turns the Jeep around, I'm like, this dinosaur means business, man. So he's biting the tire. She doesn't know that it's not real, that it's not alive. It's just rubber. I don't know why it didn't pop, but hey, because the dinosaur's teeth are. Mhm. Everybody remembers this image in this symbol. You can't try to do it the same with the blue symbol. Hey, this scene was great too. I don't know why Ian comes outside, but again, everybody wants to be the hero in this movie because there's so many characters in the movie. But Ian, freeze! Ah! Yep, it's not going to save you, dude. You should have ran into the you should have ran back to the visiting center. Yeah, see, Ian gets hurt in this scene. He's not a superhero. If that was Vin Diesel, he would have just shrugged it off like it was like he got hit with a twig. Would you want Gina Reyna to play Jessica Cruz? Hell no, no, no blood, by the way, because they didn't want this movie to get an R rating because kids wanted to see this movie. I was a kid when I saw it, so yeah, the kids get cut up. Yeah, see, it's a PG-13. It's a strong PG-13. V for Vendetta's Best Wachowskis. I haven't seen it, but I want to see it for one reason. Natalie Portman. That's awesome. I'm stepping on the mud. Ooh. If I saw that at 8 years old, I would have been terrified. I wouldn't sleep for days. Because those animatronics in the museum scared the hell out of me. Imagine one of these things in my face. Now I can handle it because I know it's not real, but damn, man. Spielberg made a scary movie. Not in the first half, but the second half. It's like a horror movie. funny. The first 20 minutes I was crying, and now I'm like, wow. Yeah, you saw that pit? That pit's there, but then it's gone in the next shot. Yeah, that's and these kids get completely soaked. This crazy, man. Do you want Kevin Hart to voice Toad? No. His voice is already screeching and annoying as it is. And I've been playing the game, so I've been reliving these scenes from the movie. Except for Jurassic World. That movie still sucks. I was bored. That's why it was just this movie without any of the tension. Because in that movie they're riding dinosaurs and Pratt's playing with the raptors like they're puppies. He's doing this. Do this to a T-Rex and see what happens to your arm. Do that to a freaking Dilophosaurus and it'll spit in right in your face, which you deserve, Chris Pratt. I hope he dies in the movie. That would subvert my expectations. Meaning that, yeah, John, how many horrible things have you heard about Cloud Atlas? It's got good actors. Why are you wasting them in a 3-hour movie? Yeah. See, she's not just gonna sit there and take it. John, I do 0 to 5, and 6 out of 5 is a perfect movie. Yeah, but Dennis dies in this movie. Ironic, the little dinosaur kills and not a raptor or movie's exciting, man. You have an apple. Apple. Whoops. Do you want a Lego game based on the DCU? Yeah, I would. I love their DC games. I love Lego Batman. I think it's an awesome game. Lego Batman 2. If there's something that they did right with Legos, is DC and Marvel. They did it really well. Star Wars, the original Star Wars movies, not the rehash trilogy. I refuse to play that Skywalker saga. I refuse because I'm going to skip all those god awful movies. I don't like those characters. He thinks this thing is cute. No, it's not. It's not nice. This isn't a Brachiosaurus or a Patasaurus. It's a girl. Not so bad. You are food. This thing is descendant of the frilled lizard is the descendant of the dinosaur because it has the skin that comes out like this. Mm-hmm. Because they were stupid. Wow. You shouldn't have said that. As is, you know. It's like a spitting lizard. Mhm. It's one, yeah. Die Hard 5 is a disgrace to the legacy of Die Hard. I know. That's what I've heard it before. Jurassic Park is a perfect movie. Yeah, one of the best movies ever made. Yeah, you're not so bad. He ate you too. The embryo stood there. Maybe they'll find that in the third in Dominion, and they'll make more dinosaurs with it. That's just a fan theory of mine. The worst movie of 2013 was The Host. I was so bored. That's what I'm gonna do. She looks terrified, man. There was a Lego game based on the DC movies. Then what movies would you refuse to play? Well, I would have to play all of them, even the terrible ones like Man of Steel and Suicide Squad, because at least I could mute the cutscenes or skip them if I can. I did that with Jurassic World. I kept the volume very low when I had to see those cutscenes. I'm like, I don't care about the gyrospheres. They look like those hamster balls. I don't like those. Those look stupid. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, because like I said, I even enjoy seeing Sam Neill in the third one because it was good to see a familiar face again. With World, we didn't get any of that. We just got constant reminders of this movie. Excuse me. We're about an hour and 17 minutes in, so we're almost done. Got about 40 minutes left. Yeah, he can't even move. Timmy is absolutely beside himself. John, who asked about Steve Harvey being in the MCU? I have no idea. Incredible movie. The first one and the third one are favorites, and I enjoyed The Lost World. Yeah, the trilogy was fine. That's all I needed. I never needed two more films. Dominion, all they got it left is the original cast. There is an animated DC superhero pets movie with Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Crypto. I know, I've heard of it. It could be interesting, but again, does him and Kevin Hart have to work in everything together? Tom Hanks was in a better movie in 2013, Captain Phillips. Yeah, because that had better writing, and it's not 3 hours long. Ooh, that was close. Even this scene has some tension because you don't know if that thing is going to squish them or not. If this is Fast and the Furious, then we'll get hit with this car and survive like a Looney Tunes short. It's ridiculous. Have you seen Invincible? No. I've heard it's incredibly violent. And I'm like, yeah, good God. There's so much blood in that. I'm like, people don't bleed that much. You don't punch somebody and then they're like gushing out blood. I'm like, the animators, I think, went a little bit overboard. We get it. It's not for kids. But it's so over the top with its violence. I'm like, good God. We're back in the car again. Best movie of 2013 is Rush. I still have to see that. These people haven't showered and they're covered in mud and just, and rainwater. Yeah, they must reek of death. That's something no one's ever said about this movie. Would you want Hot Topic versions of any character? Not the recent DC characters we have like Harley Quinn. They ruined Hmm. Ian broke his leg. Would you give Rogue One for how boring? Yeah, a 4 out of 10 because I was bored. Yeah, he gets up. And they're wearing shorts because it's hot over there in Costa Rica. Yeah, there's a lot of tension, even when you don't see what's on screen. There's that terror. I got that in the cartoon, so footprints. A New Hope is one of the greatest movies of all time. Yeah, and it didn't need a remake, Bob. You never need to remake something. A classic cannot be touched. This is why this movie will live forever, and the world movies will be forgotten real soon. Hopefully, Dominion will be Logan, and will be the best one of the franchise since the first one. Hmm. Yeah, this scene is cool. They homage the scene in Toy Story 2. Must go faster. Must go faster. That scene, yeah, when Rex is chasing after the car in the toy store. They can outrun it because the T Rex is not as fast as the Velociraptors because it's so fat and big. So a joke, yeah, to bring levity. Levity is good. It relieves stress. Yeah, we all did. When I saw this in IMAX, I was like, wow, I could feel the vibrations of the dinosaurs' roars through the screen. Like in the surround sound. I was like, wow, I feel like I'm really there. Is In the Heights pandering? Yeah, it is. That's why it bombed. And it's supposed to pander to me, even though I don't care about the play. The Spanish people, just like Coco did with and the little girl in Logan, yeah, because it's pandering. This movie never needed to pander. And there is a sexist line later in the movie, like how women surviving in the situation. I get it, guys. The writers were trying to say something. Worst and best 3D movie. Yeah, it's good to have a nice calm scene after all that terror that happened to the kids earlier. And yes, Kathleen Kennedy produced this. That's why it has that feminist line in it. Yeah, David Coop did this movie. He also did the second movie. Michael Crichton also wrote the script the play. I mean the book. So to me, I would go and see in the Heights and Fast Nine. I'm not going to see those. Yeah, they're not monsters, but they were made not to last. The best 3D movie is Gravity versus Texas 3D. Oh yeah, that was awful. I saw that not in 3D, and I don't know what the hell was going on. The beginning doesn't even start in 3D. They show footage from the first film, which was made in the 70s. So 3D wasn't even around at that time. Yep, evolve. Do you think he saw us? Hmm. He's basically the like the surrogate father to these two kids because they have a grandpa, but he's gone. John Hammond is gone. So uh, Richard Attenborough passed away in 2014. I miss him a lot. Yeah, he throws the thing. This is the merchandise scene, product placement for the movie, if you will. Watch. Here's the plushies of the dinosaurs and the lunch boxes. I remember those. These were actual. This is actual merchandise they had in the movie. T-shirts. They still have to this day. Universal Studios. The making of Jurassic Park. Those cups. What if the Avengers were all British? I wouldn't see it because it would just be pandering. It'd be like Harry Potter or Narnia or the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Even though it's called Caribbean, meaning Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Haitians. Why are they all British and they have these weird accents? It made no sense. Some accuracy is a good thing, guys. I ooh, that ice cream looks really good, by the way. This proves that Laura Dern can act. So if people hated her in The Last Jedi, calm thy tits. She can act. Trust me. She won an Oscar after that movie, and she deserved it. Because after that miserable failure of a film role that they gave her, because they gave her nothing to do. Why couldn't she be fighting the war against the First Order? Do she have to be a SJW saying no, Poe? We're not going to go with your plan. That's just bad writing. Did they? Did they? Did they? There was a British Avengers show. Yeah, it was not Marvel. It was a show, a spy show. But the movie's awful. That '98 Avengers movie is horrible. It felt like 2 hours. Yeah, I know. Because when you're bored, the movie feels a lot longer. What do you think of Donald Gleason? He's just overexposed in everything he's in. He plays the same thing in everything. I don't know what it is. He looks too much like Caleb Worthy. Too much. Red hair, over the top, screaming all the time. Yeah. She's fantastic. Exactly. Thank you for telling the truth. The characters from the first movie. That's what we love. Yeah. That. What do you think of Elizabeth Vikander? Not a fan. She's a boring Lara Croft. Hmm. It is good. Hmm. I've had ice cream from a bucket. It tastes really good. Yeah, she says the people we love, the people from the first movie. We don't love Claire and Owen. They have no love for each other. They're on and off again more than a light switch. This is a good scene when the Brachiosaurus is just eating. Nice soothing theme after what we went through. Vegisaurus. Jessica Chastain is a beautiful woman, and she can act. I would love to see her in a movie like this instead of wasting her in Dark Phoenix. Come to think of it, Prince of Persia didn't look like the script now. That's how they just cast British actors like Gemma Arterton. Yeah, and that was awful. The best HSM movie is the third one. That I love that one so much. The worst one is probably the Sharpay movie because it's a spinoff. I don't want to see the TV show on Disney Plus. Big Cow. It sneezes right in her face. Oh, this is the best. Is the two. The worst is Sharpay's Fabulous Adventures. Yeah, yeah. Now they see the eggs and they are breeding because they put the DNA of frogs, which frogs can change their sex in a single cell sex environment. That's part of nature. That's not a transgendered or progressive. It's what nature does when there's when they need to survive. Angelina Jolie was a good Raw Croft. I liked her in the first one. I also love Camilla Luddington in the games and the sequels, Rise of the Terminator. Yeah. What about Descendants? I haven't seen them. It's just not for me. I'm not the target audience. Frog DNA. Frogs, which, listen, to survive, not to be progressive. Like people, you can't change your gender. What you are is what you are. You can't change that. No amount of surgery or makeup or binary codes, as you will, is gonna change that. Yep, it always does. I only watched them for Camden Voice. I haven't seen it since 2019. I know because the pain of his loss was pain. It was hard to swallow. Of course not. He died. He died like 20 or 30 minutes ago. That's what I had to do to my computer several times. Yeah, and by the way, Samuel Jackson did this like right before he did Die Hard with a Vengeance. I know. Yeah, that's what they have to do during a virus or whatever, and or when some computers crash. What if Bowser was live action? He would look like a kaiju. Yeah, he was only 20. I know. I miss him, Bob. I really do. I wasn't a big fan of his work, like Jesse or whatever, but I don't blame him for that. I blame bad writing for some of the performances he gave. But yeah, he's missed. He's dearly missed. I think he could have done a great role if he had not died so young. Booba Stewart, not really the biggest fan of him. System ready. I could take this hat off. It's giving me a headache. It's not a superhero movie anyway. I'll just wear that for the next DC movie that I see. We're almost done with the movie. It's just a very long movie. Yeah, but he dies because yeah, he gets eaten by a raptor. He didn't count on then getting escaping. Why did you realize? Did you wait? Why did they release the two Matrix sequels in the same year? Because they wanted to get it over with. There's a Gallimimus. Yeah, I remember these things. I had a cup with them on there. They're like herding, cattle. They're running. Yeah. Mark Hamill just throws a lightsaber over the mountain. That was stupid. Yep. His effects also still look really well done. And this came out in 1993, guys. When I was 8 years old, these effects just blew my mind. They still do. I still think they hold up really well. Now CG just looks like some of it looks terrible because it looks like a video game or a cartoon. Do you want to see them get attacked by Wookiees? No, by something worse. The Wookiees will be merciful. All they do is eat orgs. I want to see her get her freaking head cut off in a movie. Her freaking head just decapitation. Yeah, exactly. For all the misery you caused me. Because Chaos Walking, I didn't sit through it. I can't. I can't do it, guys. Someone would have to pay me a large amount of money and get me a house in order to see that movie, to do a podcast for that movie, because I won't do it. Chaos Walking was boring. I know, but that's why I won't see it. I already saw enough movies with Tom Holland to know that he can do better than that. Yep, he got some machine guns. Well, that's what I want to see in the next movie. Just take those guns and blast the freaking dinosaurs to hell. Back straight to hell. All the raptors and everything, just wipe them out. All of them. Do an Order 66 on their ass. What actor is in too many movies? Walkie talkies, if they didn't have cell phones back in '93. And I'm a man and you're a woman. Thank you. Again, you know why I love Ellie Sattler character? Laura Dern, because Laura Dern's not a freaking, a feminist. She's a woman that happens to be a survivor, which is more than I can say with Haldo, who does nothing. What if Chaos Walking made $0? It shouldn't have been even released in the theaters. It should have been direct to streaming. That could have easily been on Netflix or uh, HBO Max or on Amazon Prime or something. No one cared. Nobody cared. It proves that the freaking Force Awakens was a fluke. The Rock. Well, he's in a lot of stuff, but this year not so much. He's only in one movie this year, and that's Jungle Cruise. He's not in like 8 movies like he was in the last decade. I thought this guy was British. No, he was from South Africa. Some of them have accents like that. No, we can't because we're being hunted. And Tom Holland, they got good actors, but they don't have to be in 10 movies a year. Exactly. I know he's young, but just calm down. F9 will suck because Wayne Johnson is in it, and neither is Paul Walker. Emily Blunt go well together. I don't know, but I'm not seeing Jungle Cruise. Oops. Plus, she's scared. She knows that she could die at any moment. She even hurts her leg. That's more than I could say with these other women that where they can't be sexy and also they can't be resourceful. They have to be perfect. Ellie's never been perfect. Even in 3, when she's a mother, she's not perfect, but she at least made a beautiful baby. I like Tokyo Drift too. I think it's underrated. It gets all this hate, but it didn't have cars flying. This is the fence scene, yeah. John, I played Cyberpunk 2077 recently. It was awful. I know. I've heard horrible things. Yeah. You scared the hell out of them. Yeah, you don't want to touch a fence, guys. Trust me. I've never touched an electrical fence in my entire life. Do you want John Cheadle and Space Jam 2 to throw tantrums? No, because if he does, I'm either going to laugh at him or just like, no. I don't need another Kylo Ren, guys. I don't, but it's a cartoon. So if they act like cartoons, Steve Martin did in Looney Tunes Back in Action. This level in the game, Lego Jurassic World, was pretty scary too. Have you seen Leonard Part 6? No, I only see movies if I'm in a bad mood. Yeah, but I'd rather see something fun. I don't want to see something boring. There's the bunker. Yeah. The spirit was horrible. I know. I saw it. This is just her pushing buttons. You would think that wouldn't be so scary, but it is because as soon as she pushes that button and then she starts putting the lights back on, and then Kimmy gets electrocuted, I was like, oh my god, he's dead. Plus, how come Frank Miller wrote the Sin City but wrote the lame ass Spirit? Because he had a bad director and bad. He wasn't thinking. Maybe he was high. Do you want to see a Lego Spider-Man game based on his movies? Yeah, I love those movies, except for the uh, amazing films. But maybe they can make the game fun. I don't know. You should have just jumped, kid. Spider-Man PS4 was fun. Yeah, watch this shock. Ooh, ooh, that just makes me cringe. Oh my god. And see, it's not a Looney Tunes short. This is scary. This is a little kid getting electrocuted. That's never funny, guys. That scares the hell out of me. Oh, this scene scared the hell out of me too. Alvarez's game is good, but not as good as the PS1. Ooh, that always gets me the Raptor. See, not blue. That isn't blue. What do you think of Lego DC superhero villains? I haven't seen it. I haven't played the game yet. I want to get it on the Switch. Mr. Arnold. Yep, his arm is gone. She hurt her leg. And these things are much faster than the T-Rex. Watch, yeah. It almost killed her. Yeah. What do you give Wonder Woman in '84 a C plus from me? Yeah, it could have been better. It's not the worst thing ever made, but it could have been better. If there was a Lego Spider Verse, would you handle the final boss? Yeah, because it wouldn't have the flashy pink things from the cartoon. I think they could tone it down in the game and make it less pixelated. I got you. Just he should have shot. He just went like in the Predator movie, the first Predator movie. He took too long, and then he didn't see the other raptor right behind him. Shoot her right in the head. Right. Nope, they got you. That was a bird. It went, ah! That was a bird, yeah. So that snake shot, yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense because why is there a snake on the island? Poor Ariana Richards. She's like these kids get like go through hell, man. This didn't even happen to that stupid kid in Jurassic Park. You saw his head is he got an afro now. Yeah, this is scary because this is a little boy getting electrocuted. See, he becomes like their father in a way. Batman Forever or Dark Knight. It depends what mood I'm in. I saw all the Wes Anderson's movies. His movies are amazing. Yeah, his films are shot beautifully. He makes art films with beautiful colors and really good acting and good locations. No CG, except for his animated film. Dark Knight, not even a competition. Hmm. These poor kids. Yeah, he shouldn't have left them alone. But you know, hey, it's a movie. They got to have to get to the third act where these kids are like they would like that electrocution wasn't enough. There's the buffet. Oh, that looks so good. Look at all that food. Yum. To have all those cakes and Jello and fruit. That is a beautiful shot of Laura Dern's beautiful ass. Yeah, I know, guys. I know. I'm a man. Give me a break. Her in those Lara Croft booty shorts. Yeah, yeah. Let's procreate, Alan. Who knows? Maybe they'll have a kid in the next movie. I would love that. Kill off that little freaking clone because I don't care about her, and give them a child. I would love that. I'll be like, yay, they made a kid. Now we'll put them in Jurassic World 4 in 2025. Green Jello. Yeah, this was They made a shadow scary. Look at the shadow. Wow. Run. Yeah, this is the kitchen scene. Have you watched Isle of Dogs? No, it's on cable. I can watch it once. Or actually, I think it's on Disney Plus. I want to see it. It's a stop motion. It's like a Fantastic Mr. Fox. I see you. I see you with my green eye. They do because the Raptors are not dumb, but they're not. They can't be trained like dogs. That's just stupid. Besides, these are the brown Raptors, not those blue one. Not blue because blue. What's the difference between her and the other ones? She's a completely blue dinosaur. I saw a blue dinosaur in Jurassic Park 3, and they were not puppies. They were not trained animals. The best Wes Anderson movie is Royal Tenenbaums. That's a good movie, even though Even though uh what's it call it? Gene Hackman was kind of an asshole on the set, but hey, he never did another Wes Anderson movie either. Anyway, so true, true, true. It does sound like Darth Vader if he had a cold. True, true. Those look amazing, man. I guess you're not attracted to Namari. No, she looks like a lesbian. Half of her hair is shaved off and half of it is a tail. That's the stupidest freaking female haircut I've ever seen in any Disney movie. When you think of Disney, you think gorgeous long hair like Elsa or Ariel or Belle or Snow. Or Snow White had short hair, but it was beautiful. It wasn't lesbo hair. I'm not stupid, animators. I can see women have beautiful long hair. Raya had long hair, and so did Sisu had like colorful like anime hair. It was fine. You don't need this lesbian thing. I hate it. I hate that look. It looks horrible. She looks like Alex from freaking the Supergirl TV series. I don't like that look. I feel like I'm having sex with a man. It's not the same thing. Imagine a girl had this kind of haircut. It would look ridiculous. I want a full set of hair that I can run my fingers through. Laura Dern has short hair in this movie, but it's sexy. It's not faux lesbian or purple like it was in The Last Jedi. And I'm not blaming Ryan Johnson for that. He didn't make the he made the movie, but he didn't do the makeup and the hairstylist. He wasn't one of them. Or the costume design. That's on them. The tech people, the art people. It's their fault she had purple hair, like in the Hunger Games. But I'm not going to talk about The Last Jedi. I'm not doing a podcast for that. I'm not attracted to Namari. I'm just not. Oh, oh, I hit my head. See, these kids are survivors and they almost die. And you could feel their terror just in the way they scream. It's like, I'm going to run to the freezer. And he's hopping on one leg. The kid from Jurassic World, I wish he got his leg broken or something. I hated those kids in those movies. Even the kid from Love Simon, yeah, he wasn't good either. Run! Watch. He's like trying to gasp for air. Kids are such great actors, man. I would love to meet them at a Comic Con. Can legendary movie roles be replaced? No, you can't because this is why Indiana Jones 5 is happening with Harrison Ford because Chris Pratt is not Indiana Jones. Alden Ehrenreich is not Han Solo. That's why it didn't work. He's not horrible. It's just not Han Solo. Yeah, these people are messed up. The only one, Alan didn't get that being banged up, but he did get cut. Put up the door locks. No. Yeah, she's a computer nut. Yeah. A lot of 90s kids knew about computers, Lex. I know. I had a computer when I was a kid. Which is scarier, Jurassic Park or Jaws? I think Jaws because it's in the water and there's nowhere to run. But this is pretty damn scary too because you don't know when these things are gonna come out. Timmy should have gotten the gun, yeah. But I guess they didn't want a little boy carrying a shotgun because that would have been too violent. But I get it, they're scared. Take that, fingers. You're booting the system. Yes, they got the locks there. Best and worst Jim Carrey movie. Well, his best is The Mask. I love The Mask. I don't know what his worst is because I haven't seen like a really bad movie with him. Because Son of the Mask didn't have him. The phones are working. Yeah, no one uses a landline anymore. Is Gemma Chan a lesbian? She might as well be because she plays a lesbian in that. She looked like a lesbo in Captain Marvel as well. No, sorry, John. Your creations have to be destroyed. His worst is Dark Crimes. I haven't seen it. It's him playing serious with an accent for some reason, and that didn't work. This movie's still a classic, man. I know there's notifications on Facebook on YouTube. I get it. I'll see that later after I'm done with this podcast. I got a few minutes left. It's a long movie, guys, but I'm gonna get through it. Lost World, I think, is shorter, and Jurassic Park 3 is definitely shorter. Yeah, take that. Oh, this is a stunt woman. Yeah, yeah, that was a stunt woman. Oh, it almost ate her leg. Yeah. What villain is better, the Grinch or Dr. Robotnik? They're both equally great because it's just Jim Carrey being himself and just he just gets engulfed into the role. And plus, Jim was less as Robotnik. He was having more fun because he didn't have to wear prosthetics. What do you think of the movie Hard Ticket to Hawaii? Haven't seen it. How would you say How the Grinch Stole Christmas and Sonic are his best? Yeah, and The Mask. I love The Mask. These people go through hell, man. That's the problem in the new movies. These new characters don't go through anything. Can you do a commentary on Mulan 2 and the 2020 film? The 2020 film, I refuse. I don't need to see superpowered SJW Mulan. Ray as an Asian girl. I don't need to see that. I could do the original sometime, but some later this year. Oh man. See, I told you they go through hell, man. Look at that. Yep, they're surrounded. If this was a hobo, she probably would just use the force to knock him out. If there were dinosaurs in, well, there were dinosaurs in Star Wars. There were plenty. There was some in Attack of the Clones. Here we go. There was like a flying thing. Yep, there it is. That's a T-Rex. Yep. I'm gonna eat your face. His best is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Are you attracted to Kelly Marie Tran? She's cute. Would you like a commentary on Wolf Warrior 1 and 2? Well, I haven't seen 1, so I have to see it first. Oh yeah. Yuffie Lu is attractive. I just don't like her as Mulan. That's all. Not to endorse your park. Yeah. Bye bye. Yep. I love Jim Carrey and Batman Forever, Sonic, The Mask, and The Grinch. Yeah. Ever heard of Bioforce 8? No. Yep. Take that. I'm the king of this island. That image is amazing. And yes, it does it in every movie. Even in the third movie when it dies briefly. InGen. Yeah, that's also in the other films as well. That poor kid, man. They're all messed up. See, they all got vulnerability. Don't worry, John. There's a third movie in the new trilogy coming out in 2022. My expectations are low because I hated the last two, but maybe this could be Logan and it could be a home run. Not the best movie of the franchise, but the best of of those films. Ever heard of Socks to Cats? No. 2 hours in. Do you miss Long John Baldry, the original Robotnik? Eh. Finally, a quiet moment. John, worst movie with a good score. One of them is King Arthur and the Legend of the Sword because the score was good, but the movie's boring. Dun, dun, dun. Nice piano music. Those are the flying YouTube poop reference. Those are the flying birds. Yeah, the pelicans. The nice and graceful birds. And that was the first Jurassic Park. Still one of the best movies Spielberg has ever done. King Arthur got a, out of 30%. It deserves it. Track to Aquafina. She's cute. I like her too. Still amazing, man. Got to stop it here, though. I want to get a copyright infringement. That was Jurassic Park, guys. Yep. Still love this movie. I saw it on Netflix last year. It still holds up. Which movie is worse, Jurassic World or Jaws 4? Jaws 4 because it's cheaper and the freaking shark roars. Plus, they killed off a main character from the first one. World didn't do that yet. Hopefully, they won't. It was boring. It was just this movie without any of the heart. And to me, you have to have heart. You have to have characters you care about. And this movie has it in spades. Even the cameos and the characters that are like side characters, like Robert Muldoon and Samuel Jackson's Mr. Arnold and John and Hammond and everybody else. Yeah, it's a movie that still holds up. If you have not seen this movie, watch it. You can stream it anywhere, nearly anywhere online, and it's a classic. Next time we'll do Lost World, which lesser than the first one, but still very entertaining as well. Do you like Lei Wannell? I don't know who that is, but thanks for guys for talking in the chat. Thoughts on Shang-Chi? I'm looking forward to it. It's in a few months, so I'm going to buy my ticket for that soon in the summer. Thanks, guys, for watching. See you in the next one. End the broadcast.